5:19 on your drive home. It was small news, but it was very big. One of the most prolific and popular players in Victoria Shamrocks history hanged up his rock. After 7 years with the Western Lacrosse Association club, Captain Cory Small has left the team to move back to Ontario to be closer to his family. 4 times Small made the league all-star team. On 4 occasions, he was voted team MVP and the team's most popular player as voted by the fans. And he won the league's scoring title twice. Our next guest calls this news an end of an era. Chris Welch is the Shamrocks GM. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How did Cory Small tell you the big news?
Well, I guess, he was pondering this for a little while, had a number of things obviously to sort out, and he and our assistant general manager, Rod Wade, are pretty close, and I guess, one day Cory confided in Rod that this was a decision that he was contemplating, and, it kind of came to light that way.
Well, he's only 30, and I know he just signed a 2-year deal with the National Lacrosse League's Vancouver Stealth, but do you know if he plans to play any lacrosse out east?
I think he would like to continue playing summer lacrosse. I know there's a bunch of interest in him. The Coburg Kodiaks hold his rights. They're the former Kitchener Waterloo club that we acquired Cory from. And when the franchise transferred from Kitchener up to Coburg, his Ontario rights went with them. So Coburg holds his rights, but I know teams like Peterborough, Six Nations, Oakville, they're all going to be, in the hunt to try and get Cory Small in their lineup because he's, one of the top players in the game right now.
Yeah, I got to see him play when you folks won the 2015 Mann Cup, and he was named the Mike Kelly Memorial Trophy winner as the MVP. As the Shamrocks won that championship, he was very impressive. How does a team fill such large shoes?
Well, I don't know that you do fill, Cory Small's shoes. I think, we have to go out and help give an opportunity to the next Cory Small, to the next guy who's going to break out and, rank himself among, the all-time greats. And I look at an opportunity for a guy like Cole Pickup, who we just drafted here, who, he matches up to Cory Small in lots of ways, not to put pressure on Cole because they're very different players. But, Cole was a 4-point-a-game player in junior, and Cory's been a 4-point-a-game guy for us. And while Cole's been a call-up for us, he's been a 4-point-a-game guy. So, Cole is the type of player who can have a huge impact as well, as Cory has shown over the years. I mean, he wasn't expected to be, the next big thing in lacrosse by any means. I mean, he had a good junior career, and he was a high draft pick of the then Kitchener club back east, and he had a good first season back there. But when we brought him out for his, second season of summer lacrosse, he still had a lot to prove. He hadn't proven himself yet in the National Lacrosse League, and he hadn't really proven himself at the senior A level. And it was over the course of 7 years here that he really evolved and developed into, the superstar that he's become. And as you just said, Mark, his crowning achievement with us was that 2015 Mann Cup championship. And, that's something we'll walk together with Cory Small as champions forever.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a great sports name, Cole Pickup. So he's one of the 7 players, including 4 from the junior squad that you selected a couple of weeks ago in the draft. Cole Pickup, great pickup. That pickup.
Yeah, we grabbed Cole 4th overall, and he's currently on a hockey scholarship at the University of Nebraska Omaha. And fans of the Victoria Grizzlies know Cole Pickup very well. He was a standout player for them as well in the BC Junior Hockey League, and he's a very, very talented athlete playing at a very high level in 2 competitive sports. And, we're hoping that when his school season finishes in May, that he'll come out and suit up for us in the summer and carry on with the same kind of passion and flair that he showed with us as a call-up during last year.
Tell us about some of the other pickups, pardon the expression, but the other guys that you drafted this couple of weeks ago.
Well, we made a move to move up into the second round to be able to draft Danny Smith, another local guy who was another call-up for us last year. And Danny really electrified the crowd at Q Center with some spectacular play. He has incredible speed, and in one game, playoff game against Burnaby, it was late in the game, and Burnaby was pressing for the tie, and we were clinging to a 1-goal lead, and we got possession sort of in our own end, gave the ball to Danny. He ran around behind the net, and Aaron Bold set a pick for him, but Matt Beers, the Burnaby defender, ran through the crease, which is not legal, but he got away with it, tried to pin Danny along the boards, but couldn't contain him. And then Danny sprinted past Justin Salt and broke down and went all the way down to the other end and scored. And those are two of the fastest guys in the game, Beers and Salt, and Danny went by them like they were standing still, and the crowd came to the feed, and we had people at the Q Center chanting his name, and he's just a very dynamic, very exciting player, and we're thrilled to add him. We had to pay a price to do it. We traded Evan Messenger to Coquitlam to be able to move up to draft Danny, and that was a tough decision to make because Evan's a fine young player in his own right, but when you have an opportunity to add a local player like Danny to your lineup, I think you do what you can to make that happen. We also grabbed Alec Molander, who's an offensive right-hander, product of Comox Courtney area, played for Peter Park, who long-time lacrosse fans will recognize. It was his coach up there. Alec played his junior ball with the Nanaimo Junior Timbermen. He's a big body. He's over 6 feet. He's over 200 pounds. We think he can play at this level, and, he's excited to join us. And in the fourth round, we grabbed Zach Christensen. And I still can't believe I'm saying that because when I first met Zach, he was literally knee-high to a grasshopper, just a skinny little kid. And now, just the other night I drafted him to the Victoria Senior Shamrocks. I'm still shaking my head how quickly time has flown here. But Zach is the son of our former head coach and former player, Walt Christensen, who, had a legendary career, especially as coach of the Shamrocks, leading us to 5 straight appearances in the Mann Cup, winning twice. And Zach is his youngest son, and we were real proud to keep those bloodlines going by grabbing Zach. And then in the later rounds, we picked up Adam Golia out of Mill Bay, a rugged lefty who, knows no quit. Reese Cullen, who's a big bruising defender from right here in Victoria. And a kid by the name of Tommy Scanlon, who is out of Seneca, New York, who came out last year to play some junior with the Coquitlam Junior Adnax and became eligible for our draft. And we took a bit of a flyer on Tommy. Not sure if, he's going to come out or not, but we thought it was a worthwhile gamble. He's a great big body who has a lot of talent, and, lefties are always a premium. So when he was sitting there, we couldn't pass him up.
Fantastic. Got about 30 seconds left. I just want to mention this. The schedule is out. We've spoken about this before. The season starts in late May, and this year there will be some Sunday games for the Shamrocks. Not just Fridays, but some Sunday games starting at 6 o'clock. How did you come to that decision?
With the Sunday games, it was something we wanted to try. We saw some interest when we had Sunday playoff games, people not having to fight the, traffic, the rush hour traffic like they do on Friday, many do on Friday nights to get out to our games. Also, making it a little earlier, a little more friendly for the kids to get to bed on time and get up for school the next day. So we just wanted to dip our toe in the water and see if Sundays might have some appeal and work for us. So fully a third of our regular season home games this year will be played on Sundays.
All right. The Victoria Shamrocks 69th season begins at home Friday, May 25th versus Burnaby. Tickets available online?
Yep, tickets are available 24/7 on our website, www.victoriashamrocks.com. All the information is there under the ticket tab.
Thanks so much for taking the time, Chris. Always a pleasure. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks. Same to you, Mark. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Chris Welch, GM, Victoria Shamrocks. 5:28 and change.